Hey, what's up everybody out here at the dealer only auction, Oklahoma Auto Exchange, downtown Oklahoma City. It's a little windy today, so we'll probably have to get creative. Bear with me. These are the kind of cars I like to flip. Just basic A to B transportation, nothing fancy. They usually come with paint problems, peeling clear coat, missing trim pieces, hubcaps is always a thing. And they'll always have their fair share of body damage. This one's not that bad though. Getting out of the wind. All right, let's take a look at this one. So there's the worst of it. The rear seat's definitely been chewed up by a dog or something. That is something we could get out of the pull-apart yard for next to nothing. I'd probably $25, $30 for that seat cushion. The rest of the interior is good. The dash is not busted up. These seats look great. And it's really not even that dirty. I mean, it does need a detailing, but it's not like disgusting. You know what I mean? Most of you guys been following along know that typically we get pretty dirty cars in this business. And this one's not so bad. Let's fire it up. Or no, dead battery, dang it. All right, so we got ourselves a Mustang here, and it appears as though the hood is flew open on this one and smacked right into the windshield. Look at that. Destroyed the windshield. Pretty much ruined the hood as well. Both the corners are all bent up, and I was noticing it's actually bent in the middle too there. So not good. Let's see, we've got all kinds of body damage on it. Paint damage, clear coat peeling off. Not sure what's going on here. This must be their parking brake, I guess. Have a look inside here on this one. Now here's the grill. Found the grill laying in the back seat, so that's cool. One less part to buy, right? Glass all over the dash. That's not cool. So yeah, this one needs a little bit of work. Interior wise, not so bad. I did notice that on this seat over here, the side cover is popped off. Common issue. Got a little seat wear going on over here. Nothing drastic. Let's see if she'll fire up. No, seems like everything's got a dead battery today. We're missing this little piece here, the little plastic cover that goes over the parking brake, and then got this little guy here missing. Overall, not too bad. Windshield, a little, paint and body work. Probably just replace that hood, and this one would probably be good to go. Just depends on how it runs, and I guess we're not going to find out right now. We'll have to wait for it to run through, because I'm not going to track down a jump box or anything, not on this one. Thought we'd lift the hood and let you guys hear these hood hinges. Yeah, they're not happy. Got ourselves an 81 square body. Look at there. Don't see a lot of these running around anymore. This one's not in too great a shape, unfortunately. Got a little rust in its typical little spots, right over the top of the fender well, down in the rockers, cab corners. You know the deal. You know how they are. Luckily, the aftermarket is caught up with all this stuff, and you could get lots of parts for it really easy. Not too expensive. You guys remember these old steering wheels, don't you? Unfortunately, this one's not going to fire up, but it's kind of the theme of the day, I guess. It's got those cool, look at that, the cup holders, y'all know. Those are awesome, man. You don't hardly see those anymore. And how about that dash, man? Look at this thing. There's nothing wrong with this dash. Nothing at all. Not a single crack anywhere, not even on the speaker cover. And somebody drilled holes in it. Ain't that a damn shame? Perfect dash, and it's got holes in it. No power windows, none of that stuff. Sweet bug deflector, you guys remember those? V8 engine, AC and everything's been swiped already, but everything else is there, Got a 2010 Nissan Altima. It's got a little front end damage, but they did go through the trouble of replacing the sheet metal. Let's get under the hood, see what's going on. Yeah, see right away we can see that right there is hidden damage. A lot of paint missing. There ain't no telling what's going on underneath that bumper. The rest of the body seems to check out. Nothing major going on. get inside here and have a look at it, man. See what we're doing here. Man, this isn't too bad. Just needs a little cleaning. You can see there where it's just typical dirty in all the usual places, but nothing's tore up, man. That's the main thing you want to look for. Make sure nothing is tore, ripped, cracked, all of that kind of stuff. Always like to check out the headliners. I'm big on headliners. This one's good. Let's see if she'll fire up. Got the push button start. She fired right up, man. High on the miles, 234,000. That's a little more than I like to go on it, but you know, I mean, no power steering. We'll have to keep that in mind. Always check your power steering. Again, with the AC, let's make sure how it's doing. I don't feel it getting cold, so that's not good. We'll test the radio. All right, there we go. Radio's working. Horn worked. Signal lights, everything's working. Headlights are working. So just typical stuff you want to check on these. And again, just like before, always put it in gear, see if it goes. All right, everything's checking out so far. Minus the damage up front, no power steering. I'm gonna write all this down and I'm gonna keep that in mind, and we'll go see how much it goes for. So hey, 1100 on that Nissan. This one went for 1100 too, but it was a pusher, so there's no telling what could be wrong with it. We've got ourselves a Stingray Boat. Now I'm not sure the exact length of this thing, but I do believe it to be around 20 feet. Got a tandem axle trailer, stainless steel prop. Man, that's just the only way to go. Let's get up in here, check out the interior. I love these things, man. They are a blast. Check out the captain's chair. It's got a little deal there. You fold up so that you can see up high if need be. And man, that right there, that's the spot. I could just see myself on the lake now. This thing is great. It's got a sink. It's got lots of storage. Unfortunately, it's locked though. Speaking of storage, man, lots of storage up front. Got a live well in case you want to do some fishing. More storage under the seats for your life jackets and ski ropes and what have you. The interior in this thing is great. I only seen a few little spots, and these two right here, that's the worst of it. It's got a canopy top that goes on pretty easy, just kind of snaps across the top of the windshield there. And under here is where all the magic happens. Look at that, man. 5.0 V8. That thing is going to scoot you along the water just fine. So 6,400 on a 2012 Honda with really bad paint. I mean, the paint on that thing was destroyed. So we've got an 07 Volvo, and I tell you, this thing doesn't look too bad. It's resale red after all. Missing a few things there. Those are the wipers for the headlights. Fancy stuff. Looks like the bumpers come loose. It'll need to be re-clicked back into its bumper bracket. See some scuffs on the door here, but I guarantee you they're gonna buff right out. No problem at all. The clear coat on this car is in really good shape. Got a little something back here. We could probably glue it or replace it. Lots of these in the salvage yard. Yeah, that clear coat looks beautiful. Let's get here and check it out, man. See if it'll fire up. She's a slow cranker. She must have a dead battery or something, but she did fire up. And right into gear she went. Awesome. This is a really good looking car. Power steering works. Interior is pretty decent in here. Just needs some cleaning. The seats are kind of cracked up, which is typical. Y'all know what I'm talking about when the seats get all kind of cracked up. You can actually restore that and make that look a lot better. And it's not a lot of work. Got a little something going on up here. Not sure what that is. Maybe they had a pet kind of gnawing on it. No telling. This one's a little high on the mileage. We are below 200,000, which I like, but we're at a 198 on the miles. So a little bit high. We'll just have to wait and see what they go for, man. I'm really curious on these older ones because these are the typical, you know, cars. 07 is about what I would flip, and I'm really curious of what these things are going for right now. Hey, that Volvo went $1,900. Here we have an 01 F1 Nifty. Really good looking truck, man. Somebody took very good care of this. The paint is in really good shape. The body is in really good shape. She hasn't been roughed up at all. Even got a bed liner. Check it out. Man, the inside of this truck looks immaculate. Look at this thing. Stick shift, as you can see. V6 truck. What, 213 on the miles, and she just looks like brand new inside. Someone took very good care of this truck. This truck is a total cream puff. Just wish it had a V8 in it. 2,600 on that F-150. Got a couple old Beamers. Look at this, man. A 1990 with low miles and an 03 with relatively low miles, actually. I kind of like these body styles, the older ones here. I think that has a good look to it. They look really good when they're all slammed down, which this one appears to be, actually. I think it's a good look, man. I like them. Not sure what's going on with this one. It's definitely been here a while, judging by all that mess that comes from up there. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get caught standing underneath that mess. So, interior is all here fully intact and not in too bad a shape. That's the worst of it right there in the driver's seat. The rest of it actually looks okay. I wonder if that's from this one. I hope not. So, what do we got going on with the 03? This is a 5 Series. These were really nice in their day. This one seems to be decent. I mean, it looks like something that would clean up okay. It's been here a long time too. Probably not as long as this one though. Not sure what's wrong with it. This back here, these are the non-runners. There's like a whole row of cars here that don't run. I've thought about taking my chances on them a time or two and just picking one up and just see what happens. You never know, man. It's usually just something simple. 2010 Chevy Cobalt. Almost 200,000 miles. Interesting paint scheme on this one. Got a little damage here. I think that's going to need to be replaced. Oh, what do we got here? This is a sheet of plexiglass for a back windshield, man. I think I've seen it all now. This thing's been hit in the back. I mean, look at that. It's pretty bad, y'all. I can tell you right now, this has definitely been a kid's car. We know that because of all the blue accents. So this was probably been rode hard and neglected. As you could see from the body damage, she's not doing so great. Somebody's yanked out the stereo, so yeah. Anyway, let's see if it'll fire up. Hey, this one actually starts good. See if it tries to pull, and it's pulling very well actually. Now this particular auction will let you drive it around the parking lot. I don't do that on auction day. There's just too much going on, but if I was to come out the night before, it'd be real easy to spin this thing around the parking lot, no problem. It's showing that it's warmed up already, so we should have some heat. If you don't have heat after it's already warmed up, then you know something's going on there. Could be head gasket related. Maybe the water pump's not circulating. Maybe it just doesn't have any coolant at all. Something else you want to check. Yeah, I thoroughly recommend checking all the fluids before you buy anything. If you're new to the game, for sure. You don't want to end up with some of the blown head gasket and chocolate milk and the oil and all that. It's not good, man. I was noticing this one does have a busted windshield also. So you just want to factor all of these things in while you're bidding. You know, keep in mind, if it doesn't have AC, you want to bid the no AC price, right? That makes sense. So it just helps to know ahead of time what you're messing with. And that's why I like to come out and check them out the day before, if possible. Well, I like this one just for the color. Look at that. That is a beautiful color right there. Another 2010, this time Toyota Corolla. This is not a bad looking little car. Gonna need the bumper clicked back into its bumper bracket. Typical. How many of those have we seen today already? Just like that. This one's got hail damage, not a lot, and that's something typical Oklahoma as well. So let's take a look at the side of the old Toyota. See here we got trim panels missing. Yep, that's gonna have to get addressed. Let's see, other than that, the interior is complete, nothing else missing. Oh, and you know what? I just found the piece in the back seat. Yeah, right here, check it out. So all you gotta do is click that back on. It's still got all the clips on it. Curious of how it runs. Fires right up. Oh my God, that AC's already blowing ice cold. Let me get the radio off. There we go. AC's already ice cold. Power steering's working. Horn works. Let's check the windows, even though the switch is a little wonky. I think we could still use it. Let's see. There we go, yeah. All right, windows are working, right? Check all these bad boys. It's always good to know if the windows are working. Let's see if we get this switch is giving me problems here. Here we go. There's the back window. And then obviously we'll have to check this back window. There we go. Good to go. No sunroof to check on this one. Again, we'll go through everything, check the heat, make sure the heater works, all that stuff, put it in gear. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. I showed you that 100 times already. But yeah, man, let's go see what it goes for. Toyota sold for $4,700. Lots of 2010s today. This one's a Hyundai Elantra. Pretty good looking car. Dark tinted windows. Let's have a look inside. Don't you just love it when they don't even take the trash out? See how this one fires up. It fires right up, and man, they got these ACs blasting. They're ice cold as soon as you get in them. That's awesome. A little high on the miles on this one. The year is right though. I think a 2010 might kind of make up for it. But I could feel this. It just needs a little bit of front end stuff, you know, typical, probably some tie rod ends, maybe some struts, there's no telling, but the power steering does work. I tested the windows, they all work already. It goes into gear just fine, so this would be worth keeping an eye on, depending that it doesn't go too much. I'm just kind of curious of what these things are going for now when they're above 200,000 miles, because the game has definitely changed. Cars that I used to pick up for $1,200 to $1,500, they're going for what I used to sell them for, which was around $25,000 to $3,000. So that's what I would have to pay just to get them, and then we got to go from there. So, you know, in a situation like that, you'd have to sell it for like $5,000 to make any money, you know, to be worth your time. And I mean, come on, man, $5,000 for something with 206,000 miles on it, man. I don't know. The game has definitely changed. Hyundai went for $2,300. 2004 GMC Yukon. This one's actually not a bad looking little truck. Body on it's pretty decent. Paint too. So this Yukon went for $2,500. I didn't feel like that was too bad of a price. 225,000 on the miles. Interior's got some wear. This is typical for these GMs. See the seats all cracked and busted, both of them back there. Those are the kids' seats, so that don't surprise me. The adult seats up front, not so bad. I think they could actually be fixed. That's just got a little scratch on it. It's not actually busted open or anything. Stuff like that, you know. The interior, the material is completely gone off of that sunroof, but the headliner is in good shape, and the vehicle is pretty clean overall. I don't know, man. I think if it runs and drives even decent, I think $2,500 is a damn good price for this old truck for sure. No, not a 4x4, but it does have a V8 engine, so that's pretty cool, man. You could get a lot of work done with this. You could haul a lot of kids around with this thing. I mean, hell, this thing is about as long as a bus. 09 Chevy Traverse. Now, this actually looks pretty nice. The paint's in decent shape, and there's no body damage. The only thing that I could tell as far as paint goes was the hood was a little bit rough. Looks like they probably had a pet running around on it or something. So, another Traverse, 2009 model. I had one of these, 2009 model and everything. These have the 3.6 liter motor in them. I don't trust them, not after what I went through on the last one. But this one does seem to be running okay. Power steering feels funny. I don't like it a bit. Now, that could be the pump or it could be the rack itself. So, it's kind of a, I don't know, you just have to take your chances, I guess, and figure out which one. The one that I had, I replaced the power steering pump. You have to drop the engine cradle and everything down. It's a very time-consuming job, and even after I did all of that, the power steering never quite worked the way it should. So I don't know, I tried everything to bleed the system and it still only kind of works. I don't know if maybe the rack pinion was going out as well or what, but anyway, I kind of stay away from these, but I am curious to see how much this one goes for. I won't buy it. They'd have to practically give it to me before I would buy it. No more Traverses for me, man. I'm sorry. So hey, that Traverse went for $2,000. I don't know, man. Maybe it was worth the chance. I don't know, but I'm not taking it. 2000 Buick Century. This is a nice little car, man. I guarantee you grandma drove this to church on Sunday, no doubt about it. All right, oh Buick. Man, these are great cars, and they run forever. And they ride really nice. Boy, they got the AC blasted and it's already ice cold. That is awesome. So, hey man, what do you guys think about these old cars? This is a 2000 model Buick, and it's pretty dang clean in here. No rips or tears or anything. This is not a bad little ride at all. They got the seats scooted all the way back. Oh, look at that. Power seats, and it works. And it actually works really well, actually. So, that's awesome. So what do y'all think about these old things? Normally I would sell these for around the $1,800 mark. That's about all my market will give for these. Now, that was pre-COVID. Now I think probably you would sell this for at least $2,500. I don't know, man. That seems like a lot of money for something this old, but like I said, they are really good cars. The problem with these cars is that nobody wants them. As much as we love them and as great as they are, very few people want these old cars. They look at them as old grandma cars, and it's unfortunate because they're really good rides. This one's got ice cold AC, y'all. Power steering is working perfectly. Let's see, man. Let's see if she'll go into gear. Try to do this one-handed, opposite hand. Right into gear. Well, it's hard to do with your left hand when you're right-handed. Okay. She checks out, man. She's working really good. The windows, look at this. It's even got 10 on the windows. That's awesome. All the windows are working. Good deal, man. Let's go see what it goes for. That Buick went for $2,100. That's more than I used to sell them for, and then that's what I got to pay for it just to get it out of here. You know, that's, you know, by the time you throw a buyer's fee on it, you're looking at over $2,200 for that car. I'd have to sell it for, I hope that's if it doesn't need anything. We'd have to sell it for, you know, $2,800 just to make it worth the trouble. So, man, I don't know, dude. I can't see anybody paying that much for one of those, but I could be wrong. Boy, this one here definitely needs some weird beard treatment. Look at that. Oh, man. Well, I don't know what they hit with this, but man, that doesn't look good at all. Look at this. It literally raised the roof on it. That's bad. Peeled the sheet metal back and everything. That is something else. I'd give just about anything to know what hit that. That's pretty wild. Look at that. What a mess. Here's an 05 Chevy Suburban with 273,000 miles on it. Still looks pretty decent. And hey, she's still going. Just not backwards. Alright, so we definitely won't be buying this one. No reverse. But I am curious of what it'll go for, even with no reverse. Let's see what she'll go for. So that Suburban went for $1,100 with no reverse. 2002 Honda Civic. Got quite a few miles on this one. Nice hood pins. Alright. Now this one doesn't look too bad for its age. Always with the peel and clear coat. That's an Oklahoma thing. Peeling window tint too. Alright, we got a Honda Civic, and it's an automatic car. Stereo's missing, and we got some trim panels missing here as well. Yeah, they've been here messing around. Look, man, we got pieces of trim, screws, clips, things missing, stereo's gone. You know how it is on these old auction cars. Oh, that battery's just about gone. I hear belts squealing. AC's blowing cold though. Lots of misfiring going on. Oh, I don't know. She needs a little weird beard treatment, that's for sure. But overall, I mean, the inside of it looks pretty good. Let's go see what it goes for. Honda went for $1,300. 2010 Subaru Forester. Beautiful car, y'all. I really wanted to take a chance on this one. It went for $1,800. It was a pusher. There's no telling what's wrong with it. Really nice inside and out, just needed a little detail work, nothing major. But I promise you, whatever's wrong with this car, it's going to be catastrophic, because they would have never let it go this cheap. And with it being a pusher, there's just no telling. 04 Impala, low mileage, 123,000. Good looking car, but it was a pusher, so no telling what's wrong with it. Both the tires in the back there for you. This one went for $600. That old Bronco went for 300 bucks. I should have got it just for shits and giggles. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get nothing today, but that's how it goes sometimes. Prices are still a little bit high, and the stuff I want ain't here. So hey man, it was actually kind of nice to get back out here just to kind of get an idea of what's going on. I know a lot of you guys were curious about the flip car situation and what's going on out there, and man, it's just, the prices are just all over the place right now. It's ridiculous. So I'm being faced with a difficult decision, man. Do I go ahead and drop down and start buying those higher mileage older cars, a little older than what I'm used to buying, a little higher mileage than what I'm used to buying, and be willing to pay more for them? Or do I just, do I bow out? What do I do, man? I really don't want to sell those high mileage 220, 30, 40, 50,000 mile cars for what I was, or even more than what I was selling my lower mileage cars that were actually newer, pre-COVID. So this is getting wild. I keep thinking that eventually it'll start to kind of level off and come back down to some sense of normalcy, but it just hasn't happened yet, it doesn't seem like. I've thought about maybe checking out ACV and things like that. Every once in a while you'll find good deals on there, but unfortunately the transport costs are through the roof right now with the fuel costs being so high. So that kind of kills the deal even going that route. And right now, with the auctions being the way that they are, and the dealerships are just dumping cars that they don't want to mess with, and they have to be really bad for them to dump them right now, because they're kind of keeping everything for themselves. So typically, if a car comes through here that kind of resembles something that I would normally buy, chances are something's wrong with it, catastrophic, like a transmission or what have you. And we've already been down that road. I'm not doing it right now. So we got to figure this thing out, man. We're rolling with the punches. I don't know. I'll just flip what I already have. I've got things that I could flip easily, be a lot cheaper than coming out here and paying these ridiculous prices and then turning around and having to try to sell them for ridiculous prices. So I don't know. You guys leave me a comment, man. I'm always down for some helpful advice. You guys let me know, man. What do you think? So I hope you enjoyed the video. Otherwise, I wish I could have left you on a more positive note. Maybe actually picking up a car. That would have been cool. But just didn't work out that way this time. But hey, that's the name of the game. Sometimes you're not gonna always score. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Help the channel grow, you guys. We're about to hit 70,000 subscribers right now, so we're doing okay, man. Hit that button, help us grow, join the family. Hit the comment section, man. We got a lot of people in there that are really, really awesome. A good community there. So anyway, I'm gonna get on out of here. I'll see you guys later.